My name is Suresvar and I joined Prabhupada's movement in July 1970. I was a typically frustrated college student of the day. I had dropped out 3 times from the University of Connecticut. And after the 3rd time, I decided I wanted to find the truth. I certainly wasn't finding it at UConn. In those days, of course, when you dropped out of school, you became eligible to go and fight in the Vietnam War, which none of us believed in. So I went to Canada, and in the spring of 1970, I met the devotees there, and I read the Bhagavad Gita, An Easy Journey to Other Planets. And right there, when I read Prabhupada's Gita, for the first time, I read a book that made sense out of the world. Specifically, the idea of Krishna being all-pervading and yet aloof, of God being inconceivably and simultaneously one with and different from the creation. And I felt a kind of philosophical release and relief. And I thought, okay, this is reality I can live with. So that was the spring of 70. I decided I wanted to join Prabhupada's movement in the country I knew better. I didn't know Canada as well. So I went back to the States, and in July, I joined. So that was over 45 years ago. Somehow I've always been connected with Srila Prabhupada's books. At first reading them, of course, then distributing them as a brahmachari for some years, and then in the latter part of the 1970s, working on the books at the BBT. I was the indexer. I made the indexes for the books for 4 years. And in the 1980s, I got married, moved to the Gita Nagari farm community, and it's there that I started writing articles based on Prabhupada's books about plain living and high thinking. In the 1990s, I moved around with my family quite a bit, trying to find the ideal community, which doesn't really exist, except with Krishna. Wherever we are, we have to be Krishna conscious. And long story short, from 2001 to 2011, I was distributing Prabhupada's books again as an older person in Hawaii. After my Grihastha days were finished, I entered Vanaprastha. And so there I was distributing books again. And then I found the Mayapur Institute in Mayapur, and then I began to teach from Prabhupada's books in the Mayapur Institute. It was at the Institute that I discovered how very often younger devotees were disconnected from our founder Acharya. He was receding in importance in the consciousness of the youth, simply because by then he had been gone from our vision for some years. So I thought, well, this is not right. With every passing generation, we're going to get further and further away from Srila Prabhupada. That can't be. So in the spring and summer of 2011, I started researching a seminar I wanted to present about how Prabhupada is our foundational spiritual master for all generations, for all God families, whatever part of the world we're in. So since 2012, more or less, I've been presenting that seminar in different yatras all across the world.